Hi and welcome back to Vito. So this video is going to be Harry Potter sexuality headcanons. I made a video about my Percy Jackson sexuality headcanons and a person wrote to me on Tumblr asking me to do a Harry Potter one. Which is actually not something I'd been thinking about before. I was a fan of Harry Potter years ago, and when I was a child I was not exactly a person who would think, oh, this person must be this sexuality. So a lot of these things are actually just something I'm thinking about now. It's not something that I've been thinking about for years. So I'm going to split the people up in three parts. There is the Marauders era and the Golden Trio era and then the Cursed Child era. Obviously, since I'm starting with the Marauders era, we all know that I'm going to start by talking about Remus and Sirius because they were the first ones that I kind of like. I mentioned that in one of my OTP videos. They are definitely one of my OTPs because I love them. It's Wolfstar, I love them so much. So my headcanon is that Remus Lupin is bisexual and not, as J.K. Rowling said at some point, an ex-gay. She literally said that. I hope she's better now, but let's be honest, J.K. Rowling is not that good with LGBT representation. Sorry, JK, I love you so much, but the fact that you said that Dumbledore is gay years after and didn't put it in the series, that's not representation, honey. I love you. Your writing means the world to me, but that's terrible representation. It didn't affect the story. No, shut up. Just don't come later and say that he's... Oh, I'm sorry. Kind of annoyed by that. I do love her, but I'm kind of annoyed by that. And she said that Remus is an ex-gay, which is just not okay, but whatever, I'm going to ignore that. He's definitely bisexual. I remember at some point I was thinking about how I shipped it so much. I was also but I also really like Tonks and Remus, and I don't understand how I can do that if I ship Wolfstar, and now I'm just of course I can ship that. I don't know if I didn't know what bisexual meant. I don't remember when I found out what bisexual meant, but apparently that did not come into my head. And it's not like Tonks and Remus don't get together until after Sirius is dead, so I can definitely ship both of those things. But yeah, I think Remus is bi and Sirius is absolutely pansexual because I don't know, I feel like he is. Because it's Sirius Black, he just loves people. That's very Sirius Black to me. Then technically I have Tonks on this thing, who's not actually in the Marauders era, but you know, I didn't feel like she was in the Golden Trio era either, so I just kind of put her here. I think Tonks is pansexual and gender fluid. And yes, the gender fluid thing does come from the fact that she's a metamorph... I don't remember what it's called. She changes kind of based off what she feels like that day. She says that in the books, that she kind of just changes. Sometimes she feels like, you know, she's something else. I'm sure that J.K. Rowling did not think about gender at that point, but I'm going to say that that is what Tonks also feels like. Sometimes she feels like she's a guy, so boom. Then we have the Golden Trio era, and let's just start with Harry. Before you say anything, no, I'm not going to talk about Drarry. I'm so sorry. That's a thing I actually really wish that I shipped Drarry because I totally get it, but I kind of just don't. I'm too much of a Hinny shipper there. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't not love Hinny. That was my first OTP and I love them so much. So sorry. I wish I could talk about Drarry. I can't, sorry. And I haven't really thought whether or not Harry might be into guys. Maybe. That's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to say that I think that Harry is demi-romantic. So Harry has kind of had something with two girls, right? And one of them is Cho Chang. It kind of didn't feel like a crush to me. It was more she's pretty. She's that's what it felt like to me. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I was feeling. I was oh yeah, no, Cho is attractive. And then, you know, he tried to date her and he was never mind. But Ginny, however, you know, he didn't feel anything for her in the beginning. And then, you know, the closer the bond he had with her, suddenly it was just bam, he has a crush on Ginny. And that was something that I really liked that. And to me, it kind of felt you know, he had to form a bond with Ginny first. And then he was whoa, romantic attraction. So yeah, definitely think that Harry is demi-romantic. Then we have my other gigantic gay OTP in Harry Potter, which is obviously Dean-Miss. So let's start with Dean Thomas, who is bisexual. He dated Ginny at one point, and I feel like he was definitely very much in love with Ginny. But I also definitely feel as if he is 100% in love with Seamus Finnegan, and that's why it's good that Ginny ended up with Harry, so Dean could go and be with his true love, which is Seamus. Seamus, who I believe is gay, and has probably been in love with Dean for like years, and probably hated Ginny in the year when Dean and Ginny were dating. And I love that idea. I was literally on his Twitter like yesterday. What the heck is his name? I know I remember it as soon as I see it. The guy who plays Seamus Finnegan, who's like, when gay marriage was legalized in Ireland, he was like, yay, Dean and Seamus can now get married in Ireland. And I love that so much. I love him. I love them both. Really, really love, oh, damn it. I also forgot the guy who plays Dean Thomas's name. He plays Wes in How to Get Away with Murder, and I fucking love him. He's amazing. Okay, I'm going to move on so I don't think about the fact that I forgot their names. The next one on my list is Luna Lovegood, who I believe is aromantic and asexual. And before you say, but she got married, she had children, you can still have that if you're aro and ace. I think that Rufus, that's his name, right? You know, the guy who's related to Newt Scamander. Rufus Scamander, right? I feel like that was his name. I feel like him and Luna have like a queer platonic relationship where they have like a family, and then but they're not really sexually attracted, romantically attracted to each other. They're just like, they just live together, they go on adventures together, they find weird animals together that nobody knew about. That would be beautiful. And then we have Ginny on this list, who I think is pansexual, and that might just be because I have like the hugest crush on Ginny Weasley, but like, I just love her so much. I'm going to end this on the Cursed Child era, where I just have two headcanons, which is the fact that Albus Severus Potter, the weirdest name in the world, is definitely gay, and Scorpius Malfoy is bisexual. And they're in love, and they're gonna be together forever and ever and ever. And screw Scorrose, it's not a thing. Shut up. Scorpius is real, people. They're in love, and it's real, and I love them. Okay. That's kind of it for my sexuality headcanons. Write your Harry Potter sexuality headcanons down below. I would love to hear them, because I actually hadn't really thought much about Harry Potter sexualities before I got that ask on Tumblr. But like, write yours down below. I would love to see them. Great. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and click right over there. You can click right there to see my last video, and I will see you very soon. Bye!